Negative self-talk is a common struggle that almost everyone experiences at some point in their lives. I can personally relate to this issue, as it has been a problem for me in the past and still manages to sneak its way into my thoughts from time to time. We all have our own unique reasons for feeling inadequate or unworthy deep down inside. It could be because we doubt our abilities to accomplish something, feel like we haven't achieved enough, or believe that we lack the necessary skills to make our dreams a reality. During difficult times or when faced with challenges, we tend to make matters worse by telling ourselves a series of negative stories. We convince ourselves that we are always destined to fail, that our dreams are unattainable, or that change is too difficult for us. We compare ourselves to others, assuming that they have it easier and are more capable than we are. These self-defeating thoughts only serve to reinforce our negative beliefs and make it even harder to overcome the obstacles in our path. But here's the truth: no matter what stories we tell ourselves, we have the power to overcome any challenge that comes our way. If we were not capable of overcoming it, we would not have been faced with it in the first place. We are stronger and more resilient than we give ourselves credit for. I say this from personal experience, as I have encountered numerous challenges throughout my life. Each obstacle has taught me valuable lessons about overcoming these self-limiting stories. And today, I want to share some of these lessons with you, in the hopes that they will inspire and empower you to break free from the shackles of negative self-talk. First and foremost, it is essential to recognize and acknowledge our negative self-talk. We must become aware of the stories we tell ourselves and the impact they have on our thoughts, emotions, and actions. By shining a light on these self-defeating patterns, we can begin to challenge and reframe them. Next, it is crucial to practice self-compassion and kindness towards ourselves. We often hold ourselves to impossibly high standards and beat ourselves up for not meeting them. Instead, we need to treat ourselves with the same love, understanding, and forgiveness that we would extend to a dear friend. Remember, we are only human, and making mistakes or facing setbacks is a natural part of the journey. Furthermore, surrounding ourselves with positive influences and supportive people can make a world of difference. Seek out individuals who uplift and encourage you, who believe in your potential even when you doubt it yourself. Their belief in you can serve as a powerful reminder of your own strength and capabilities. Additionally, it is essential to challenge our negative beliefs and replace them with positive, empowering ones. When we catch ourselves engaging in negative self-talk, we can consciously choose to reframe those thoughts. For example, instead of saying, "I will never be able to achieve what I want," we can rephrase it as, "I am capable of achieving my dreams with hard work and perseverance." Lastly, it is important to celebrate our successes, no matter how small they may seem. Recognize and acknowledge the progress you have made, and give yourself credit for your efforts. By celebrating our achievements, we build confidence and reinforce positive self-talk. Your mind will trick you and even scare you. I reflect on the early days of conscious evolution (CE), when I was juggling my job and my burning desire to take CE to the next level. It was a time of great uncertainty and doubt, as many of my friends and family found the ideas I shared through CE to be weird and unconventional. Their skepticism and lack of support planted seeds of doubt in my mind, making me question whether leaving a stable job to pursue a website could ever work. How would I survive without a steady income? How would I pay my bills and make progress in life? These were the self-defeating thoughts that echoed not only in the voices of others, but also in the depths of my own mind. Despite my initial hesitation, I summoned the courage to push through the barriers of fear and take action. However, even as I embarked on this new journey, my mind continued to play tricks on me. It whispered stories of failure, warning me that things would inevitably fall apart and urging me to be cautious. The fear of the unknown crept into my thoughts, threatening to paralyze me and prevent me from moving forward. But here I am today, standing strong and resilient. I have learned that it is essential to be wise in our choices, to listen to our intuition, and to follow our inner compass. Yes, there will always be doubts and fears that try to hold us back, but we must not allow our minds to scare us away from pursuing our dreams and passions. It is in those moments of uncertainty and fear that our true strength and determination are tested. It is through facing our fears head-on that we discover our limitless potential and realize that we are capable of achieving greatness. We must remember that our minds have the power to both trick and scare us, but we have the power to overcome those tricks and fears. So, dear reader, I implore you to embrace the unknown, to face your fears, and to trust in yourself. Believe that you have what it takes to pursue your dreams and make them a reality. Do not let the stories your mind tells you hold you back from taking that leap of faith. Instead, let your mind be a tool for inspiration and motivation, driving you forward on your journey towards success. Remember, the path to greatness is often paved with uncertainty and challenges. But it is in those moments of doubt and fear that we find the strength and resilience to overcome and achieve the extraordinary. So go forth with courage, my friend, and let not your mind scare you away from the incredible possibilities that await you. People you compare yourself to have challenges too. We've all been there, haven't we? We look at those people we admire and wish we could be as good as them in something. We think that if only we could be like them, our lives would be perfect. But here's the thing, the people we compare ourselves to also have their fair share of challenges, struggles, and imperfections. It's easy to assume that just because someone excels in a certain area, their life must be flawless. But the truth is, there's always more to the story than meets the eye. Behind those achievements and successes, there are battles fought, setbacks overcome, and obstacles faced. We often don't see the late nights, the sacrifices, and the doubts that accompany their journey. Comparing ourselves to others is a natural tendency, but it's important to remember that it's not a fair comparison. Each of us has our own unique journey, with different experiences, strengths, and weaknesses. We are not meant to be the same, and that's what makes life beautiful. Instead of chasing after someone else's life or trying to be a carbon copy of someone else, we should focus on embracing who we are. It's about allowing ourselves to be authentic, to be true to our own passions, dreams, and values. When we accept ourselves for who we are, we can find true happiness and fulfillment. Moreover, it's crucial to allow others to be themselves as well. We live in a diverse world, filled with people from different backgrounds, talents, and perspectives. By embracing and celebrating the uniqueness of others, we create a more inclusive and compassionate society. Appreciating our own journey is a powerful act of self-love and self-acceptance. It's about recognizing that every challenge, every setback, and every triumph has shaped us into the person we are today. Our journey is a testament to our strength, resilience, and growth. So the next time you find yourself comparing yourself to someone else, remember that they too have their own challenges and struggles. Instead of striving to be like them, focus on becoming the best version of yourself. Embrace your uniqueness, follow your own path, and appreciate the beauty of your own journey. You are capable of greatness, and your story is worth telling. Your impact on others is always powerful, no matter how many people you affect. Sometimes, in our quest to make a difference, we may feel overwhelmed by the magnitude of the task at hand. We may question our abilities and doubt whether we can truly inspire others or change the world. But let me remind you, my friend, that the impact you have on others is always powerful, regardless of the number of people you touch. It's easy to fall into the trap of thinking that only grand gestures or monumental achievements can make a difference. We convince ourselves that unless we're making headlines or reaching millions, our efforts are insignificant. But that couldn't be further from the truth. Every action, no matter how small, has the potential to create ripples of change that can touch countless lives. I've had the privilege of witnessing the profound impact of my work on others. People have approached me, expressing their gratitude and sharing how my words or actions have influenced them. It's humbling to realize that even a single act of kindness or a few words of encouragement can have a ripple effect, spreading positivity and inspiration far beyond what we can imagine. Yet, I must confess that there are times when I find myself caught up in the pursuit of doing more. I become consumed by thoughts of how much more I could be doing, how many more lives I could be touching. In those moments, I lose sight of the beautiful truth that lies before me, the power of my present actions. We often underestimate the impact we can have on others and downplay our own individual power. We forget that a smile, a kind word, or a helping hand can make a world of difference to someone who is struggling. We forget that our actions, no matter how seemingly insignificant, can ignite a spark of hope in someone's heart, setting off a chain reaction of positivity. Think about it. When you extend a helping hand to someone in need, you not only impact that person's life, but you also inspire them to pay it forward. They, in turn, may reach out to others, creating a ripple effect of kindness and compassion. Your small act of kindness can set in motion a wave of positive change that can touch thousands, if not millions, of lives. So, my dear friend, never underestimate the power of your actions. Embrace the knowledge that even the smallest gestures can create a profound impact. Be present in the moment and recognize that the work you're doing now is making a difference, even if it's not on a grand scale. Remember that your impact on others is always powerful, no matter how many people you affect. As you go about your day, let go of the need for validation or recognition. Instead, focus on the genuine desire to make a difference, one person at a time. Trust that your actions, no matter how small, are leaving an indelible mark on the hearts and minds of those you touch. And know that by embracing your individual power, you are contributing to a better world, one act of kindness at a time. You are exactly where you need to be. How often do we find ourselves caught up in the mindset of, "I'll be happy when"? We constantly tell ourselves that we will finally be content and ready to move forward once we achieve a certain goal or master a particular skill. It's a trap we fall into, comparing ourselves to others and feeling like our current situation is never good enough. But here's the truth: you are exactly where you need to be. Trust in the path that has brought you to this point in your life. Every experience, every setback, and every triumph has shaped you into the person you are today. Embrace it. Accept it. And most importantly, be at peace with it. This doesn't mean that you should simply settle for where you are. No, continue to take action and strive for growth. But do so with patience and self-compassion. The journey towards your goals and dreams is just as important as reaching the destination. In fact, it's often the journey that teaches us the most valuable lessons and helps us grow into the person we're meant to become. So instead of fixating on the end result, focus on enjoying the process. Take pleasure in the small victories along the way, and learn from the challenges you encounter. Remember, life is not a race. Each person's path is unique, and comparing yourself to others only hinders your own progress. Your journey is tailored specifically for you, with its own set of lessons and experiences that will ultimately lead you to where you need to be. Embrace this truth and let go of any self-doubt or impatience. Believe in yourself and your abilities. Have faith that you are capable of achieving greatness. Trust that the universe has a plan for you, and that every step you take is guiding you towards your purpose. Even when things seem uncertain or difficult, know that you are exactly where you need to be in order to grow and evolve. So, my friend, take a moment to appreciate how far you've come. Celebrate the progress you've made, no matter how small. And then, with renewed determination and a sense of gratitude, continue moving forward. Trust in the process, embrace the journey, and know that you are exactly where you need to be. When you get to where you think you should be, you still won't have peace unless. Peace and happiness are often elusive concepts that we spend our lives chasing. We believe that once we achieve a certain goal, acquire a certain possession, or become a certain person, we will finally find the peace and happiness we seek. However, the truth is that peace and happiness are not external conditions that can be obtained through material possessions or external achievements. They are not destinations to be reached, but rather states of being that come from within. Too often, we rely on external factors to determine our happiness. We believe that if we have a certain job, a certain amount of money, or a certain relationship, we will be happy. We chase after these things, thinking that they will bring us the peace and happiness we desire. But the reality is that happiness is not a constant state that can be achieved through external means. It is an emotion that comes and goes, and it has an opposite, sadness. True happiness, or what we could call inner peace, is not dependent on external circumstances. It is not about what we do or what we have, but rather about our state of being. It is about finding contentment and joy in the present moment, regardless of our external circumstances. It is about accepting ourselves and our lives as they are, without constantly striving for more. To find true peace and happiness, we must first let go of the idea that external achievements or possessions will bring us lasting fulfillment. We must recognize that true happiness is an inside job. It is something that comes from within us, not from the outside world. We must stop chasing after happiness and start cultivating it within ourselves. One way to cultivate inner peace is by letting go of the stories and patterns that keep us out of peace. We all have stories that we tell ourselves about who we are, what we should be, and what our lives should look like. These stories create expectations and judgments that prevent us from finding peace and happiness. We must become aware of these stories and patterns, and consciously choose to let go of them. Another way to cultivate inner peace is by practicing mindfulness and being present in the moment. When we are constantly living in the past or worrying about the future, we are unable to fully experience the present moment. We miss out on the beauty and joy that can be found in the here and now. By practicing mindfulness, we can train our minds to focus on the present moment and find peace and happiness in the simple things. Finding true peace and happiness is a lifelong journey. It requires self-reflection, self-awareness, and a commitment to inner growth. It is not always easy, but the rewards are immeasurable. When we let go of the idea that external achievements or possessions will bring us lasting happiness, we open ourselves up to a world of peace and contentment that is always available to us. Negative self-talk is not going to make things better and can be addictive. Negative self-talk is a destructive habit that many of us fall into without even realizing it. It's like a never-ending loop of negativity that only serves to make things worse. And yet, we find ourselves addicted to it, unable to break free from its grip. When someone asks us about our day or how we're feeling, our immediate response is often a negative comment about ourselves. We've become so accustomed to putting ourselves down that it has become second nature. But what purpose does this negative self-talk serve? Does it make us feel better about ourselves? Does it improve our situation? The answer is a resounding no. Negative self-talk is a toxic cycle that feeds on our insecurities and erodes our self-esteem. It's like a poison that seeps into every aspect of our lives, tainting our thoughts, emotions, and actions. It's a self-fulfilling prophecy, where the more we engage in negative self-talk, the more we believe the negative thoughts and the more we attract negativity into our lives. But here's the thing, negative self-talk serves no purpose other than to bring us down. It doesn't motivate us to change or improve ourselves. It doesn't push us towards self-love or self-acceptance. Instead, it holds us back, trapping us in a never-ending cycle of self-doubt and self-sabotage. So, how do we break free from this addictive habit? The first step is awareness. Start paying attention to how often you engage in negative self-talk. Notice the words you use, the tone of your voice, and the impact it has on your mood and mindset. By becoming aware of your negative self-talk patterns, you can begin to challenge and change them. The next step is to make a conscious effort to stop the negative self-talk before it starts. When you catch yourself about to say something negative about yourself, pause and reframe your thoughts. Instead of focusing on your flaws and shortcomings, shift your attention to your strengths and achievements. Remind yourself of your worth and the progress you've made. Breaking free from negative self-talk takes time and practice. It's not an overnight transformation, but with consistent effort, you can rewire your brain to think more positively and compassionately towards yourself. Surround yourself with positive influences, whether it's uplifting books, inspiring quotes, or supportive friends. Fill your mind with empowering thoughts and affirmations that reinforce your self-worth. Remember, you have the power to change the narrative. You can choose to break free from the addictive grip of negative self-talk and embrace a more positive and empowering mindset. Believe in yourself and your ability to overcome this destructive habit. With time, patience, and self-compassion, you will silence the negative chatter in your mind and create a more fulfilling and joyful life. You are not what you do. In our society, it's easy to fall into the trap of equating our value with our accomplishments. We are constantly bombarded with messages that tell us that our worth is determined by what we do and what we achieve. We are told that success and recognition are the ultimate measures of our self-worth. But the truth is, we are not what we do. Our value as human beings goes far beyond our achievements. We are complex, multifaceted individuals with unique talents, passions, and dreams. Our worth is not defined by the titles we hold or the tasks we complete. It is defined by the essence of who we are, our character, our values, and our ability to love and connect with others. When we tie our self-worth to external factors such as our job titles, our salaries, or our social status, we set ourselves up for disappointment and insecurity. We become trapped in a never-ending cycle of striving for more, constantly seeking validation from others. But the truth is, no amount of success or recognition can fill the void within us if we don't believe in our own intrinsic worth. It's important to remember that our worth is not contingent upon our achievements. We are worthy simply because we exist. Our worth is inherent and cannot be diminished by our failures or lack of accomplishments. We must learn to separate our sense of self-worth from our external achievements and embrace the fact that we are valuable and deserving of love and respect, regardless of what we do or don't do. When we detach our self-worth from our achievements, we free ourselves from the burden of constantly striving for more. We can find fulfillment and happiness in the present moment, rather than constantly chasing after the next goal or accomplishment. We can learn to appreciate ourselves for who we are, rather than what we do. Take a moment, think of how awesome you truly are. Take a moment and truly reflect on yourself as a magnificent being. Undoubtedly, you have accomplished some incredible feats throughout your lifetime, but have you ever taken the time to acknowledge and appreciate them? Instead of constantly labeling yourself as bad, or fixating on moments when you felt dissatisfied with yourself, it's crucial to question why you hold such negative beliefs about your own worth. Why do you believe that you are not deserving or good enough simply because you don't fit a certain mold? I implore you to challenge yourself and embark on a journey of self-discovery to seek answers to these pressing questions. By doing so, you will gain profound insights into your own being. Understanding the inner workings of your belief systems will empower you to break free from their constraints. Once you have liberated yourself from these self-imposed limitations, take a step back and observe yourself from a neutral standpoint. In doing so, you will witness the sheer brilliance that radiates from within you. It is crucial to recognize that you are not defined by the stories your mind concocts about you. You are far greater than any self-doubt or negative self-perception. Embrace your uniqueness and celebrate your strengths. Each experience, both positive and negative, has shaped you into the extraordinary individual you are today. Every obstacle you have overcome and every achievement you have attained showcases your resilience and determination. Remember, you possess an inherent greatness that is unparalleled. Your mere existence in this vast universe is a testament to your significance. You have the power to inspire and uplift others with your words, actions, and presence. Your potential knows no bounds, and the possibilities that lie ahead are boundless. So take a moment to bask in the awe-inspiring essence that is you. Recognize the magnitude of your accomplishments and the strength that resides within your soul. Embrace your flaws and imperfections, for they are the very elements that make you beautifully human. Allow yourself to be captivated by the sheer brilliance of your being, for you are truly a force to be reckoned with. Believe in yourself, dear friend, for you are destined for greatness. Embrace your awesomeness and let it shine brightly, illuminating the path for others to follow. The world is waiting to witness the remarkable impact you will make.